Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to the show, everybody. Secure the Seat Live. I'm your host, Mike Hartz, filling in for Minda today. She had a prior engagement. Thank you so much for coming on today. Let's hear you in the comments, everybody. Let's hear you in the comments. Welcome, welcome. How was your weekend? How was your Saturday and Sunday? I hope you took some time to refresh yourself, took some time to spend some time with the people you love. We're so happy you're on the show today. We're so excited for our guest, and it's just going to be a great weekend. I want to start out by encouraging everybody on this Monday morning. If you hate Mondays, I'm just going to be 100% real. If you hate Mondays, this is your day to change your perspective about Mondays, because there is some people who didn't wake up. There are some people who are not in the shape you're in. No matter how bad you think your day is, no matter how bad you think your job is, no matter how bad you think your life is, someone's life is a little bit worse and they wish they were you. So I want you to be grateful. I want you to be thankful. I want you to thank God for your Monday. Thank God it's Monday. I want you to be aware of the opportunity you have for today, because someone wishes they were in your shoes. That is your word for today. Someone wishes they were in your shoes. So no matter how bad you think it is, just look at 5 or 10 great things around you. Some of you have sight. Some of you have breath. Some of you have life. Some of you woke up. Well, all you listening woke up to me. So these are the perspectives we have to have this Monday. I know your boss is probably acting up. I know they probably sent some smart emails already. I know some people are probably already acting up. You may have problems in different areas in your life, but today we are changing our perspective this Monday, and we're so excited for our guest, Christine Michel, and we're so happy that she's with us today. So without further ado, let's bring her to the stage here.
Christine, hi, everybody.
Welcome to the show. Thank you so much for being on Secure the Seat live today. If you could, if the people are under a rock and never heard of you, please tell us a little bit about yourself and what you do.
Absolutely. I am Christine Michel Carter. Just Christine is fine. And I am a working mom advocate, a writer for Forbes, a senior Forbes contributor, and the author of 2 books, Mom AF and Can Mommy Go to Work? I love that you said Mondays are a day to reset, because they became my favorite day once I had put my children in school. So Mondays are wonderful, absolutely wonderful. Coming off of a Saturday and Sunday, spending 24 hours with children, driving them to and from places, spending like $2.4 million on McDonald's and whatnot. I am very excited for Mondays. I love them.
Yes. So what's my excuse? Why do I spend $2.4 million on McDonald's? I'm not a mom, but I'm just trying to figure it out, maybe. But yeah, yes, completely understand. We're going to be dropping your links in the chat. And I just want to ask a quick question before we get started. You advocate for mothers in the workplace, but you wrote kind of a funny fiction book about motherhood. Why did you decide to bring like real life experiences and humor in it? Because we find a lot of books on motherhood like A, B, and C, and this is what you do, and it's very serious. But life is not really, life is full of ebbs and flows. And what made you bring the perspective you bring?
Yeah, so I thought that Mom AF was the void that was missing. First of all, it's one of the very few books about Black motherhood, or motherhood in general, written by a Black woman. It is about climbing the corporate ladder. It's not necessarily like a Lean In, where I'm already an executive and I'm telling somebody how I did it, and it's coming from a place of privilege. Obviously, I'm young. I'm a young mother. I'm a millennial mother. I guess Gen Z are mothers now and they're young. I know that I'm quite old at this point, so I guess I should say that I'm old. But when I wrote it about 4 years ago, I knew that the last thing a working mother wanted to read about when they finally had time to read is how depressing it is to be a working mom, or having somebody tell them how to do it and be very prescriptive. So the biggest thing with me and the advocacy and the writing that I do is helping another woman understand that she's not alone in any aspect of motherhood. And Mom AF certainly does that. I have celebrity moms who've written to me and said that they love the book, and everyday mothers love the book. And it's been ranked one of the best fourth trimester books, a gift pick for working moms, a top 10 inspirational book for moms. And I'm proud of all of those things because I feel like the book accomplished what I wanted it to do, was help women understand that I understood what working motherhood was, and I don't want to tell anybody how to do it.
Wow, that's awesome. That is so awesome. That's so good to hear. What's the feedback you've gotten from the book so far? You said you particularly it is a genre inside of a genre, right? There's motherhood books, but you speaking to women of color, what have you found out? Have you gotten feedback like, this is the book we needed, this is the book I've been searching for, there's nothing? Can you kind of tell us a little bit of feedback you've gotten so far?
I mean, I have looked at the Amazon reviews, and a lot of the common words I hear is that it's funny, it's relatable, it's honest. I don't really sugarcoat anything about marriage, about separation, about motherhood, about how exhausting it is to be a mother, how the last thing you want to do when it is Monday and you're finally happy to be away from the kids is be home with a sick kid and just continue the day. Someone mentioned Chick-fil-A, and that's the first chapter. It's the effing trip to Chick-fil-A. It's no holds barred, and it's really funny. And motherhood is just so unpredictable. I mean, I'm sitting here right now in my office, and had you interviewed me just last week, it would have been fully decorated. But right now I'm getting my entire house painted. So there's like a lot of noise around me, but that's the reality of being a working mother. You have to the show must go on. And I think that that's reflected a lot in the book too.
The show must go on. Let's hear you. Let's hear everybody in the chat. Please drop your comments. Please, we want to hear from you. What is something people don't know about working motherhood that you try to clarify through your talks and your book and things of that nature?
So I think that a lot of people think that it's just rosy, and I think post-pandemic that picture has started to change and getting a little bit more crystal clear. Good afternoon, Kate. But I know what it's like to battle ageism and racism and sexism in the workplace. I know what it's like to get paid less than male colleagues and to lead teams, even though you don't have the management title. I've been a victim of the broken rung before, where women tend to drop out of the workforce and don't continue to progress after the director level title. Thank goodness when I return to the workforce, that's not the case for me anymore. But with working motherhood, I know what it's like to interview while pregnant and to pump in a bathroom stall. I've done all of those things, and people don't realize, I think the biggest misconception is that the motherhood penalty is real. And even post-pandemic, it continues to be real. You know, close to 8 out of 10 moms cite barriers that keep them from leadership roles. The broken rung is worse for mothers, and we have to prove ourselves more in the workplace. That's something that I'm always trying to clarify. It's not necessarily the same as the fatherhood reward, I would say. I just did a podcast with Paul Sullivan, and he talked about how there's a reward for being a dad in the workplace. Not necessarily the case for moms. There's a lot of equality that's missing there as well.
Wow, that's an awesome perspective from your angle that we all need to hear. Absolutely. And I was thinking about this earlier, and you host a free event for mothers.
Yes.
Can you
Mompreneur and Me?
Yeah, can you kind of tell us a little bit about that?
I love Mompreneur and Me. Mompreneur and Me during the pandemic obviously couldn't happen, but oh my God, it fuels me to see and hold babies. You would think I was Obama. Like, I just absolutely love Mompreneur and Me. And the idea around it was that it's for stay-at-home moms and working moms. I think that stay-at-home moms work harder than me. My God, I couldn't do it. But They plan to network with other professionals to find jobs because we know the importance of networking, but about a third of stay-at-home moms don't have contacts. And when it comes to working motherhood, it's not that mothers want to leave the workforce. It's that they can't get over certain barriers that keep them from being in the room, like the national childcare crisis that we're in right now. So, knowing how difficult and time consuming and stressful it can be to find childcare, I created Mompreneur and Me events about 7 years ago so that parents could spend time with their children and network with other like minded professionals at the same time. So, the idea of it is that for 1 hour, the moms and their kids do an exercise together, anything from bowling to cooking classes to yoga to we've done gym classes together. And for the second hour, the kids are watched by CPR trained childcare professionals, and the moms go into a separate room and work on themselves professionally. They learn how to advocate for themselves, conflict resolution, delegation, emotional intelligence, etc. And the best part is that it's sponsored by the biggest brands. So it's completely free for women and their children. It's across the country. And honestly, I love it because I think that it helps women understand that they're not alone. And I think that's very important right now during this unprecedented maternal mental health crisis that we have going on.
Wow, that is so amazing. And thank you for the work you do, Christine. Thank you so much for the work you do. We are so grateful in our community to have individuals like you that are, you know, not just talking about that life, but being about that life. It's one thing to be something, but to help others become something is amazing. Thank you so much. And we're getting such great feedback in the chat, and we're dropping your links to everything you have. Now it's time for our bonus questions. And Minda, as you know, loves this time during the show with the bonus questions. What is your favorite rap lyric and why?
So it's funny because I'm making being motherhood so rough. I'm making it seem so bad, but actually, I love rap, and there are so many lyrics I could have named. But right now, my kids are really into Drake and Future's "Life Is Good" and just saying, "It's cool, man. Got red bottoms on. Life is good." You know what I mean? Even though I don't own red bottoms, but that is my favorite line right now. It's just like, "It's cool. Life is good. I have no complaints."
That's awesome. That's awesome. And Minda's second question is always, uh, do you eat grits, and how do you eat them?
Oh, Jesus, yes. And I know what the next question is because I am Black. I like them with salt and sugar.
You like them with salt and sugar?
Yes.
Good. That's good. Minda hates them with sugar, so
I know most people, it's one of, I know. I like
that's
them with
good.
both.
I love them with sugar because she hates them with sugar, so I like them with sugar.
Yeah, I love it with sugar. And I will dip my bacon in them and use it like it's
That's
a dip.
good. That's
Yeah, so good. Don't even, like, I'm on a diet right now. Don't even get me started on that. I can't even eat that kind of stuff.
that sounds good. I know Minda's crawling up the wall somewhere.
I bet.
Sounds good. And before you leave us, what is one tip you would leave for leaders in the workplace? We believe we're all leaders in this community. What's one tip you can leave for us?
Well, actually, so this Wednesday is Maternal Mental Health Awareness Day. And I plan to write an entire article about how to make the workplace better for working moms for my Forbes beat. So please stay tuned. Make sure that you're following my Forbes articles because it's going to include data on how to make the workplace better for that specific audience. It's going to include data from the Motherly State of Motherhood Survey, the Maternal Mental Health State Grades, and the National State of the Nation report. So please, please, please make sure you read it.
Yes, absolutely. Absolutely. That's great. That's great. Well, thank you so much, Christine, for coming on the show today. We're so grateful for your time and your efforts and what you do. And we wish you the best in the future. Minda says hello and thank you also.
Absolutely. Please tell Minda, well, thank you so much for being on my podcast, the Work Life Equation podcast. I continue to just sing her praises, and thank you so much for having me on.
Thank you so much. Have a great week.
You too.
All right, all right, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for joining us. Wasn't that an awesome show? Please follow Christine and go to Christine Michel Carter.com and follow all her work, buy her books. We want to support her podcast and everything she has going on in her community also. So we want to hear it in the chat. Also, we see Minda's in the chat, Stephen A. Hart. We've got a few of our friends and family in the chat. So again, we always close with our affirmation, and our affirmation for May, as many of you know, is I love the way I always take care of myself. Our May affirmation is I love the way I always take care of myself. And that's a part of my book, 372 Affirmations by Mike Hartz. And you can buy that at mikehartz.com. It's available on all online retailers, amazon.com. But the perspective behind this affirmation is we take care of everyone else and we treat everyone else nice, but we have to learn to take care of ourselves. If we don't take care of ourselves, we can't take care of anybody else. So our May affirmation is I love the way I take care of myself. So we thank you, everybody, for joining us. Thank you for securing your seat. And like Minda always says, you could be anywhere in the world, but you chose to be with us. So thank you. We miss you, Minda. We love you. And thank you, everybody in our community. Have a great and blessed day. God bless you, everybody.